Oh, fucking mic was muted. It's amazing the amount of things you can fuck up when you're starting a stream. Stuff not plugged in. Shit on mute. So when I started streaming in COVID, the first thing I ever streamed without, like, this is before I even had like a camera. This is when I was like, maybe it's time to give video game streaming a go. You watch so much Twitch anyway. And I streamed Sonic the Hedgehog. 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles. I basically did every Sonic game, including the 3D ones. Some were good, some were terrible. A lot of them were terrible. I spent a lot of time making fun of Sonic the Hedgehog. Because, I don't know, he's easy to abuse. But at the end of the day, Sonic is my fucking boy. My making fun of Sonic the Hedgehog comes from a place of fucking love. I fucking love Sonic the Hedgehog. And he doesn't deserve my love. He has made a lot of bad video games. He did not survive the transition to 3D very well. Though, now I've got the Dreamcast, I have been thinking about replaying Sonic Adventure. Because apparently the director's cut that all the subsequent Sonic ports are based off is really bad and basically brought in all the issues with the game. Or the majority of the issues of the game. I mean, I still think a mandatory fishing game in a Sonic game where I want to do platforming and stuff like that. And then there's the shit with the robot. But it's a lot of anime cutscenes. Not anime in animation, but anime in... what's the word I'm looking for here? Execution. So, yeah. But at the end of the day, I fucking love Sonic. It was like it was the reason that me and my brother wanted a Sega Genesis, or a Mega Drive as we called it, in the rest of the world. I fucking love Sonic the Hedgehog, man. Funnily enough, my first Sonic the Hedgehog game was Sonic and Knuckles. It had just come out, and I was like, holy shit. Like, we'd seen the Sonic comic, we'd seen, like... I mean, it was the 90s, it was impossible to ignore Sonic. But, yeah, fuck. Anyway. Yeah, last time I played this was, like, 5 years ago. And I want to give my boy another chance, because I felt that Sonic 1 in particular hadn't aged very good. I think everyone remembers Green Hill Zone. Why wouldn't you? Sega rams it down your throat every fucking Sonic game. But it's the stuff after Green Hill Zone. Also the fact that every stage has 3 acts. You know, just not very good. Anyway, my stream tunes are cutting out, so that's probably a good time to switch. Oh, my game audio is also muted. Here we go. That is loud. Oh, this tune though. I probably need a preview screen. So the fun thing as well is that I realised that I hadn't been playing this properly all my life. I had been playing on the PAL version, which runs, I think, 10% slower. And I actually watched someone the other day play it, and I was like, why does it sound like it's in slow motion? But of course, it's playing at 50 Hz. So, we're going to be playing the good old-fashioned American version. The full fat one that runs at 60 Hz, as it was intended to. I'm just remembering as much as I can. So yeah, here we are in Green Hill Zone, which is obviously the most iconic thing. It's what people most associate with it. It was supposed to be as kind of a taste of what Sonic could give you. At this time, we do not have the spin dash. We can only do it when we build up enough enough momentum and press down. Which I also think a lot of people don't remember. I think a lot of people remember... Sounds a little bit bit-crushed. Is that just this game? I think that's just the game. I think that's just the... I haven't listened to a Sega Genesis audio output in a very long time. So yeah, a lot of people I know went to play the Sonic Origins collection and were trying to do it with the classic controls and not exactly hit the... Shit. Okay, well there goes any chance of getting the Emerald, as I believe you had to get 80 rings and get to the end of the level to be able to get the bonus ring. It comes up as a little thing at the end. We'll see how much rings we can get before the end of the level anyway, and if we can get enough... We go back here, I believe there might have been something of note. It is also good to remember that, like, at this time, there was nothing that played like this. A lot of people had gotten used to Mario, which did not have the kind of the same amount of insane scrolling. There was like multiple layers in the background with some parallax scrolling there, so it kind of created depth. No, get the ring. There we go. Okay, this will... Apparently we only need 50 rings. I thought it was 80. Maybe I'm getting that confused with another Sonic game. So this will drop us into the bonus stage, which... It's kind of RNG related. We've got to get ourselves through this maze and not hit any of the goals, which, as a kid, really confused me. As... Obviously, you think, yeah, go for the goal, but really we wanted the emerald. And we just need to kind of stay on this bottom layer here and make sure we don't fall down. Now I'm in. Of course, the emerald's purely... What's the word I'm looking for? Ceremonial. As Super Sonic didn't come in until... Sonic 2, which was heavily based on Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball Z with going Super Saiyan. Apparently Yuji Naka, or someone at Sega Technical Institute, or Sega of Japan, big Dragon Ball Z fan. I mean, it was the 90s, who wasn't? We all had that dream of going Super Saiyan. Okay, we've got a shield here. Shields in this game, not like how they would eventually become with Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, where you get kind of like certain elemental shields. In fact, I believe that only came in with Sonic 3? Okay, I want to head back here because I think there's a life up there, and currently I'm on just the stock lives. Let's get off some lives because at some point, your boy's gonna start fucking up. Your boy's already fucking up. I thought that there might be a spring in one of these, but I should probably look up, because I've always wondered how to get that one. I don't think I've ever managed to get it, except, like, completely by accident. I think there is some stuff in this game that does feel very beta when, obviously, like, you get used to all the advancements that they made. They made a lot of advancements in the series over 3-4 games. Between, like, this to CD. Which, actually, I've never done a proper ending of CD, and might have to work in. There is the excellent... Is it Headcannon port? Okay. 100 rings. Oh no. I was 1 ring short. I didn't think this was the end of the level. Shit. Anyway. I believe we do get continues in the special stages, depending on, like, the amount of rings we get. So, I don't know where I'm going here. This is absolutely horrible. Let's try going down here. Straight into a goal. These things are very trial and error. I don't think I've ever got all the emeralds without save states, which is why it's interesting to... I don't think I've ever actually finished this on the original hardware. I finished it with, like... on, like, the Sonic Collection on GameCube. I think that was the first time I ever actually completed a Sonic game, was on the GameCube collection. And we used to love these. We were playing these constantly. I remember one Saturday or Sunday, me, my dad, and my brother sat down, and we said we were going to sit there and complete it. And it felt like we were there all day. I mean, it was probably only a couple of hours, really, and we failed at, like, just before getting to the Death Eggs. Sorry, not the Death Egg, the final, like, Robotnik fight. After, like, Labyrinth 3. Anyway, I think we should try and go for 100 rings here. Mainly because we need some more lives. There's a life just up there. But I think for that I need to get up higher and then, like, drop back onto it. I think this is a big deal as well, just the fact that you could come and, like, explore this, you could explore this map. Okay. There's a life there, so we're gonna get that. Oh, right, cool. The triumphant music. Ah, Florrie's home and she brought treats. She can listen to me witter away about Sonic the Hedgehog. A lot of this stuff blew my mind as a kid. I mean, now looking at this, it's just a slow texture that they kind of put across the thing. But that looked to me like a genuine 3D spike. It was like... I've very much been putting off playing these. Like I said, the last time I played these properly was the pandemic, and since then it's like I've lived an entire lifetime since. I felt like I lived an entire lifetime during the pandemic. This should let me break through blocks. Nope. Not enough speed. This was the kind of thing. I think the new collection lets you now spin dash in... basically bring, like, the Sonic 2 spin dashing and the Sonic 3 Mechanics 2 Sonic 1, which is, you know, it's kind of fun. I think it will probably... I haven't really played it, but I think surely that will kind of trivialize a lot of this initial game. Anyway. Building up a stock of lives, because there's some irritating levels coming up. I think the reason that... Oh shit, there goes my shield. Okay, on to Robotnik. Duck! And dead. It was really shocking to me when all of a sudden he was called Eggman one day. Like, I know that obviously he was Eggman in Japan. Oh yeah. This is why I think a lot of people don't remember, because you go from Green Hill Zone, where you have a lot of open spaces, and you can kind of zoom in and out and go super fast. And then it gets to the Marble Zone, which is, there's a lot of standing about waiting. I was dressed very Christmassy.
No Christmas outfit. The Christmas logo.
So yeah, you end up going from this whole like, yeah, Sonic goes really fast, and that was how they sold the adverts, and then you go from that to suddenly this zone where there's a lot of stop-start and awkward enemy placements and lava and waiting. I get that they kind of wanted to show you like, ooh, Orange Rocky Road. Hell yeah. I get that, you know, they wanted to make it more of like a pure platformer in that sense, but and you can't have everything being fast, and obviously you have to have the slow for the parts to seem fast, but it's a lot of just, yeah, waiting, and you can get crushed a lot. The soundtrack, however, was absolutely perfect. Like, this isn't what people think of when they think fast-moving Sonic the Hedgehog action. There are a lot of, like, hidden rooms here, so I am going to be on the lookout for them. My memory of this zone isn't great. I'm glad I didn't go there. You can get crushed on so many things. That's kind of like Sonic 1 in general. Like, now I'm now scared I'm going to get crushed in, so... Just like that. You kind of have to go and it stops you. It's awkward, it's... I'd argue that Sonic 1, like, people obviously, you know, it's in the Video Game Hall of Fame, but it's almost a beta test for the better games that came later. I mean, obviously that's just series progression, but there is a lot wrong with it. Luckily, I think the good completely outweigh the bad on this. And there's some solid ideas that they kind of try, but... Anyway, we're gonna progress. We're gonna really show Lava Reef Zone what's past. I think the free zone thing was obviously like the best thing they could have done. Take it down to 2 acts per zone. I think they very much learned from Mario in the fact that you have to kind of like keep it fresh a lot. Playing Super Mario World properly for the first time last week, and you're never in a zone for too long. Like, as soon as you start to get like a little bit bored, change it up. I used to hate this as a kid. It used to stress me the hell out. Huh. My controller seems to be pulling. As soon as I hit down, it pulls me back the other way. I need to just remember just to tap it. A couple of real dick moves here. The fact that they have that spring right there that's going to push you right back into the lava. It decentivizes you from, like, going too fast. And this is the game that obviously was advertised as it's the game where you go fast. And then the second level, it's like, slow the fuck down. We're actively going to punish you if you want to go fast. Okay, I'm going to quickly duck in here for a ring bonus and to get back that life I got when I was crushed. So that's tickety boot. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to lose my shield because I'm an idiot. And then we go back the other way. So yeah, it's a flawed game design, for sure. And I'm glad that they kind of like learned from it. As, yeah, I think a lot of people blank Marble Zone from their memory. You know, no one said this was, I don't think anyone ever said this was like their favourite zone. People remember Green Hill, they'll remember probably Scrapyard and Springlight because of the excellent music. And tend to just forget about stuff like this, where shit. Alright, well, I don't think we're getting... God, this zone just keeps going, I forget about this. Funny enough, I've been watching like a lot of... So, I only really just got the Sega Saturn for the first time in my life. I had a couple of friends that had it. I never remember playing a Saturn as a kid. Which makes me think that even back then, I wasn't too big on it. I remember I wasn't really fussed about getting a Sega Saturn. I remember the next console I got after the Mega Drive was the PlayStation, because I was like, wow, look at that 3D. Because I was a kid, and kid in the 90s, I was literally that advert that, wow, check out this graphics advert. But it's kind of funny, like, looking into the Sega Saturn and why there was no Sonic game on it outside of 3D Blast and Sonic Carbon. There was no like mainline game. I mean, also that means you open up the debate: does Sonic 3D Blast count as a mainline game? Some people say yay, some people say nay. And STI, the greatly named Sega Technical Institute, so STI, the Sega Technical Institute, which was the amalgamation of Sega of America and Sega of Japan, they hated each other. And because of it, Sonic suffered. I think, you know, Yuji Naka was a great coder, but the way that he handled people in general has been documented that he's kind of an arsehole. Of course, we saw glimpses of Sonic Extreme. That never kind of came to fruition. And you had two companies with very different philosophies making the Sonic series. Yeah, the Japanese office hated the American office because they hated translating stuff, and then the American office hated the Japanese office because of just like how awkward they were and how non-forthcoming they were with information. It's like, guys, you all work at the same company. Yuji Naka, when they were talking about using his Knights engine, which even wasn't his engine, he developed it for Sega, but when asked if he could teach them how to use it, he just sent an email saying good luck, or a letter. I knew there was a secret around it. Okay, an extra life. This will help us. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so we just have to damage boost out there. That's kind of... Ooh, some slowdown. I remember this level was famous for it. They would obviously refine the engine and stuff, but yeah. Imagine that, though. The great programmer that has built this amazing 3D engine for your company, and he seems to hate anyone outside of Sonic Team using it, and he, you know, he's doing Nights into Dreams under the guise of Sonic Team, but it's... I'm still yet to properly play Nights into Dreams. I still don't quite understand what it is. I don't think anyone really does. Oh, what? That still got me? Oh, dick. Anyway. That's level 2 done. Sonic has passed Act 3. Now on to Spring Yard Zone. This is the first time we ever see... Is this the first time we ever get a glimpse of Metal Sonic? This is another one that's absolutely riddled with secret spaces. Sonic Spinball's another one that I should probably give another go. Again, this is the game where you're supposed to go fast, but they slow you right down. I mean, I was never really one to be like, yeah, Sonic's about going fast. Sonic was just an excellent platformer. And... okay. Bounce me back. The fact that you could go fast at times is great, but for me it was never the selling point of Sonic. Those weird metal Sonic things. Okay, so that platform was just yeeted out of here. Again here, like, I could go fast, but they're decentralizing me, because there's giant fucking spiky balls in the way. Did we bring enough treats to share? I don't know. Did you bring enough for the class? Ethan, how are you on this fine day? I say fine day, it's fucking disgusting outside. I'm just giving up going outside until the spring. I'm hibernating, like a bear. Ugh. Sonic 1 for all its faults though, you cannot fault that soundtrack. Okay. That was all that was there, it wasn't a shortcut. there is a lot of like polyphony and multiple rhythms going on here, which, you know, for the time, got that bass kind of going doop 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 doop, and then you got the little melody over the top. And then you've just got like some synth noises in the background. It's just great. Oh, that is something you cannot really. I mean, the funny thing is now Sonic has become this weird thing with like it's associated with butt rock. I don't know where that came from. For Sonic Adventure, they were just like, remember that excellent music? You know, the stuff that we almost brought Michael Jackson in to like help us compose. They were like, it's a good day YouTube streaming. I am sick to the nines right now, but this is helping me concentrate. I've just been coughing up phlegm, so this is more of a distraction, if anything. But yeah, it's fun. I'm gonna try and eke out a schedule. Worked a bit on stuff, getting stuff working, moving some stuff around. I now have like a latest follower thing down here, and it tells you about what's coming up during the week and other such things. Again, this game doesn't, it's not quite there yet, but you can do some fun things here. Use our momentum. Onto the crab. Get fucked by the crab. Jump. I was saying before you got here, Ethan, it's funny because, like, I have made fun of Sonic a lot in my life, but it comes from a place of absolute love. I love this goofball. I think it's because I've seen how far Sonic has fallen. It's like a coping mechanism for me. And it's not come from like a place of pure ignorance as well. Like I say, I've now played every 3D Sonic, and I can say that he did not survive the transition to 3D. It comes from a place of like actual study. I did countless hours. I've completed Sonic 06. All 3 stories. I've seen the end when it plays another great butt rock tune. A lot of people can't even get past the first level in Sonic 06. I think 18 hours. Speaking of Sonic music, Sonic is the reason Thundercat is the way he is. Yeah, I'd say that there's a lot of... I mean, listen to this song alone. There's like... You've basically got 3 rhythms at play. It's very jazzy. It was, you know... kind of like what we now refer to as electro jazz was very big in Japan at the time. It's funny that that genre has kind of like really come into the West. It was very interesting to see the amount of musicians that I love that when Ryuichi Sakamoto died from Yellow Magic Orchestra. What the hell was that? That was like a Metal Sonic? Weird, like... amalgamation creature? Cronenberg creature. Mickey the Goat. City Pop. Is that what we're calling it? I can't remember what act we're on. Are we on Act 2? Yeah, there we go. Oh, Redemption at trying to get a second Chaos Emerald. Chaos Emeralds here do nothing, by the way. Except if you don't get them all, Robotnik at the end, like, taunts you, but... These stages are kind of bullshit. They're very RNG-based. You're just spinning around. There's, like, very little actual skill to them. Oh, so where am I going here? Like, you have to have played them and have them fresh in your mind to remember what the fuck you're doing. There you go, Mitsuya Matsubara. Because I am familiar with the name. Oh, we got to continue. That's good for when we inevitably suck later. Funnily enough, I owned this game as a kid. Yeah, I've never actually completed a Sonic the Hedgehog on original hardware. This will be a big first for me if I can do this today, and then we'll see how far we can get. I think I can finish this today and maybe look at starting Sonic 2, which doesn't have a save system, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I do that, unless we just start it fresh every time. Sonic 2 is genuinely good though. Sonic 2, they corrected a lot of the problems that I have with Sonic 1, so I'm a big fan. I don't mind playing that multiple times. I'll play till the end of the days if I have to. Oh no. Shit. No, don't hit that. Hit that. No. Ugh. These special stages are horseshit. Hey, I got a life though. I didn't realise that it even gave you a ring total here. Okay, let's just stay here for a second. Funnily enough, they combine this in Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 2. Man, this is a fever dream. No, 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 no. That was nearly game over. Try not to rotate it. I need to get it in here. Okay, let's just let it rotate out nice and slowly. Okay, into the middle. Oh, I nearly had it. Nearly had the emerald. Oh, God. It's exposed. I had that there, you son of a bitch. I'm on the wrong side of it now. I just need to... There we go. Now we can just rock ourselves in. Oh my god, I went right through it there. This is... What is going on here? Ah! That was torture. That was actual torture. Well, we gotta continue. That's more vital here. Ugh. Okay, Spring Yard Zone Act 3. This game isn't actually very long. You do get this weird rebuttal with Labyrinth Zone, though, which... Like I say, people... Dare I say that this game is remembered more fondly because of its sequels and because Green Hill Zone was so good. Like, no one's saying Marble Zone was their favourite zone. No one's saying that Labyrinth Zone was their favourite. Labyrinth Zone is fucking awful. And because of shit like that. Madness. And I say that as a Sonic kid. Like, as soon as Sonic 2, as soon as I had Sonic 2, that was it. This game was barely getting touched. Plus, Sonic 2 was the goat of what we call Little Bro mode. Because if my brother was playing it, he would always play as Sonic, but I could play as Tails, and even though Tails sucked, and if I got left off the screen, I just basically died and had to respawn. But it stopped us arguing. There was no, Tom, give your brother the controller. I had the controller. Maybe that's why I like Tails. A lot of good memories spent backseating. Occasionally helping with ring collecting. Fuck. To be fair, knowing my brother, if he could have unplugged that controller, he probably would have. Now my brother is terrible at video games. Okay, crabs. Okay, and down we go. Whee! I messed it up. Okay, we're gonna get some momentum going. Up. And down. And down. Oh! And... ooh, my first time getting the super fast shoe. The sneakers. Into a section where I shouldn't really be using them. With the controllers hardwired in? Oh, I mean, yeah, this was the... No, wait, they weren't. They were detachable. To my knowledge, the only console with the controllers hardwired in was the original Famicom in Japan, which I actually own. To the point where actually it might be a detriment to the console because the controllers are only 3 foot long. So now I have an AV Famicom that I can put a wireless controller on. It's something weird with Japanese versions of consoles and controllers. Same with the Super Famicom. The controller length was only 3 foot, whereas the rest of the world got 6 to 7 foot controller leads, so we could actually sit back on a couch. Apparently it comes from the fact that, like, most Japanese homes, you would sit at the TV. Whoa, that just nearly sent me to my death. There's a lot of just pitfalls where you fall to your death in Sonic 1. There's a lot of spike traps that do that as well. Okay, here we go. Boss, so Robotnik is gonna have a spike. I have to see if I can get him on the way down. He does occasionally duck down to... he kind of bobs, so you can get him on the bob. You also have to be careful because if you slip and fall, that's it. You fall to your death. Okay. 3 zones done. Hold on a sec, I just accidentally minimized everything. This zone sucks. It's very slow and it has a lot of water, but my god. Every song on the first Sonic game was... they rarely missed when it came to Sonic music. That's why I found it funny with, so there was Sonic Forces, that's the one before Frontiers. Funnily enough, they basically built it off the Generations engine, which famously had a 2D section where you could play as classic Sonic and a 3D section where you played as modern Sonic. The whole game took about 3 hours to complete the whole thing. And I think at the end of the day, like, when I played it, I got to... That's it, I had to get air bubbles, or otherwise I drown. When I played it, I was like 90% done by the time, like, after 3 hours. The classic Sonic in that has the worst soundtrack of anything Sonic related at all. And it's what led me to the assumption that Sega doesn't know what they're doing with Sonic anymore. Like, no one really understands why the Genesis hardware was, like, so good. It wasn't even good. It's just the sounds that you got out of the Genesis had this, like, robotic twang to it. Easton is now communicating with emotes. Here's a squid. I actually believe I have my own emotes somewhere that you could get. I set them up again when I was actually using my channel and had like people subscribing to it. I might just give them away for free, you know. Mainly because you get some... Where are we? Where are my emotes? There's Low Effort Sonic and Crash Bandicoot. I think there's also a Praise the Sun one and Mario going. I need that ring, thank you. Okay, and down we go. Just gonna get as many bubbles as we can going through. I know this is one that, as a kid, I always struggled with time on it, as you only have 10 minutes to complete a level. Actually, I think Super Mario World's time limits were a lot harsher than Sonic's, which is funny, because this was always supposed to be the first game. Shit. Shit. I was thinking, oh, I've got to get through this quickly. Again, it's why the later levels fail. In Sonic the Hedgehog. Because they slow you the fuck down. And maybe it's just the marketing team didn't quite understand what they had when they were like, oh, gotta go fast. Okay, we gotta see if we can beat the tide here just so we can stay ahead of it and keep going. There's these things. I thought this was Swiss cheese. It turns out it's a cork. Of course, because corks float. Giant cork. Not cheese, not floating cheese. Which, again, I always like to inform people that I was a fucking dumb kid. As most kids are. Robotnik is the one slowing me down. Yeah. And now, like, fire. Okay, over the cheese. So I think the tide now will come down and crush you if you're underneath the cheese cork. Let's just call it cheese from now on. Oh boy, that was a long old act. Whee! I think by that logic, you could then do the whole Simpsons thing. Whenever you notice something like that, a wizard did it. Whenever you notice something wrong with the game, it's Robotnik. Now being called Eggman. Your swag is definitely not slowing me down. My swag is. I don't have swag. Come on, man. You've met me. I'm as white and dumb as they come. What do you think I do? Light design? Wasn't exactly going to be fucking launching rockets with my IQ. Rocket driver. Pilot? Okay, get some air. Ow. Did I get the air? You gonna let me pick up my ring? Cool. No. Let's go for the shield. Let's get this air on the way up. I'm too swaggy. Yeah, let's go with that for now. That's why I'm dog shit in video games. It's quite a funny thing though, because obviously Yuji Naka kind of programmed the original one. Sonic becomes this big hit. It powers the Genesis. Sega of America then are like sent in to help the development of Sonic. I think for the better, but the Japanese office fucking hated them. Yuji Naka hated Sega of America. And it's just so weird that they were so successful despite the fact that, for the most part, the company hated itself. It hated its own employees. They actually split, so they made Sega Technical Institute, which was a mix of Sega of Japan, called STI for short. Good foresight there. Don't worry, by the way, if you're supersonic, you can still drown. Or, sorry, in a shield, yeah. So the company hated itself. They split off. I forget which one made Sonic 2, if it was Japan or Sega of America, because they split off. One made Sonic CD, one made Sonic 2. Ow. Ow! So I got the bubble then, that then stopped me from spinballing into the dude. Okay, let's try that again. Air. These are long old zones, aren't they? Funnily enough, we don't get, and I'm not sure why it is, we don't get Labyrinth Zone Part 3 till later. Ow. Okay, I need to get this last ring and probably get some more oxygen before it starts playing the You're Going to Die music. Oh, that music. I think that actually is in my nightmares. Sonic can duck, but if you have any momentum going forward, he'll spin dash, because the spin dash wasn't its own thing that you could charge up in Sonic 1. Sonic 2, you'll see when we eventually get to it, you can duck and press jump, and that then charges up your spin dash. At this point in time, the only way you could do that was to basically get a lot of momentum and press down. And then you kind of spin. They've since done versions of the game that puts the spin dash, as we know it, back into this game, and it really trivializes a lot of it. I think in the most recent Sonic Origins collection, they put a mode in where you can basically play... Oh no, there is another act here. So I think you get 4 acts of Labyrinth Zone. This is kind of an interesting bit, just technically wise. It wraps the level until you jump out at the right point. Which I just find was like a real flex with the technology back then. I don't think you could have done that with the NES. Where it just continually wraps the level. Okay, I'm gonna go over here before coming back to that switch. Let's get lots of rangs. Like I say, I'm well educated. Before I hate on Sonic the Hedgehog. My making fun of Sonic the Hedgehog comes from a place of absolute love. Also, the fan base is kind of weird at times. I used to have a channel reward point that basically, when you got enough points, you could redeem to... I think it was a sub-only thing as well. You could basically redeem an erotic reading of the famous Sonic fanfiction by this one fanfiction writer called Little Sonic, who wrote this whole... I think it's got like 300 chapters at this point. Whoa. Okay, I didn't realize I was running out of air. Here we go. It's definitely one of the more unhinged fan bases out there, but I think you also get this weird subsect of kind of like introverts and furries. Not that there's anything wrong with being an introvert or being a furry, but when someone's writing 300 pages of a Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction, where, by the way, Sonic bangs every female video character known to man. There's actually an event in Nottingham called Trashfic where they do like live action readings of terrible fanfiction they find on the internet. And they visited the 300 chapter masterpiece that is Little Sonic, who for a while had to go by Little Knuckles because there was like a rights dispute with someone else called Little Sonic in the community. I've listened to many different ones. There's the one where he ends up in a sexual situation with the She-Hulk. You name it. I think like there's one where he's like banging Velma from Scooby-Doo. It's concerning. Okay, this is a very long-winded fight because we basically have to go up this tower and not drown. If we fall too far down, we drown. I'm probably going to drown. High ups for drowning! That's it, I'm dead. I don't think I can really panic in this one. I'm going to quickly pause here and just finish my coffee. What I will say about the Little Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction is that it's very funny to read because it's written by someone that's clearly never had sex. So they get a lot of stuff and like anatomically wrong. You learned something about Nottingham yesterday. What did you learn? Did you learn that we are awesome? Okay, I'm not going to be able to pick up any rings here. That's kind of shitty. Okay, I can pick up a shield though. Not as good as getting like some rings, but I just gotta just be patient. He doesn't go too fast. That's it. I'm already fucked. Rally bicycles started in Nottingham. I did not know that. Oh, Flurry's pointing towards the chocolate rocky road. Chocolate orange rocky road. Huh, that is good. And this is why we needed to continue, because this boss alone is just awful. I'm gonna try going left here when I get to the top, just in case there's something. There's nothing. Cool. In 1885. Do you know whereabouts in Nottingham? Okay, the fire gets you underwater. The wiki article is not more specific. Oh, so we don't even have to kill him. Just need to get out there before we drown. Okay. 1 life, though. That's not great. But we've got to continue, at least. Starlight Zone is kind of very pleasant. It's got very good music. I'm pretty sure I use this on my Be Right Back screen. But we are going to try and do our best to get maybe a couple more lives over the next few acts. And speaking of, there's one right there, so I just need to go all the way down and come all the way back up. And there's a life. There we go. We're not going to get lives like that, though, are we? So we might as well kill him. Taking the lower path, which I rarely do in these games, because I always end up falling off into oblivion. But, you know, we need to do something if we need to get some of these lives back that we lost in Labyrinth, so... I would like this to be the day I can finally say I completed Sonic 1 on an actual Sega Mega Drive. Because, like I say, it's all come from playing it on emulators, or... I have definitely used a lot of save states when playing Sonic 1. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. I think emulation is a great way to play games if you have no means of buying it. Or you own the game and you want to play it and not have to rebuy it. I just think it would be cool if I could say I've actually completed this game on the original hardware. mean, I'm certainly not playing this on a legit cartridge right now. Is my Sonic one, which I do have with me, is the PAL version, so it runs slightly slower. It's actually wild how slow it runs. Like, you'll sit there being like, what? Okay, let's just try doing a roll. Why are the items in the TVs? I don't know, it was the 90s. Blowing up a TV was cool. Okay, an emerald. This is good, because we can now build up some rings, we can get some lives. Maybe get a continue. We just want to take our time. I believe it's the amount of rings in the special stages. That gets you to continue, that is. There's the continue. That's the sound it plays. So when we die, we get to come back and have 3 additional lives. We can get 100 rings here. Get an extra life, that might be nice. Okay. The background's gonna merge into fish and... then it turns into birds. Okay, we just spared through there. Whoa. Easy. Okay. There's a life. No, no, no. Stay out of there. Okay, we're just going to try and stay in the center. We're going to have another crack at it when it comes down. 3 emeralds. Doing pretty good. Another couple continues, so that's like another 6 lives, because we've got 2 continues. There's no ring counter here. No, it's pure guesswork, because it doesn't count toward... I don't know, does it? It's a special stage, it's just weird. They quickly got rid of those special stages. I think the most famous one are the ones from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where you get what's called the Blue Sphere game, which I'm a fucking master of. God, we love that soundtrack, don't we? Again, you've got that bass going underneath. Then you got like the keyboard over the top. Underneath you've got the do 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 do. You've got like this 4-part thing going on. It's just so good. I'm kind of bummed that they abandoned it for Butt Rock, like I say. I mean, if you like Butt Rock and Sonic the Hedgehog, then you must be in heaven, but... There's a reason people remember this when you think of Sonic music. That and the City Escape theme from Sonic Adventure 2, but I feel like there's like an irony there. It was done by, I want to say, Crush 40, who are like the Sega in-house Sonic butt rock band. Okay, I've never known that was there. I nearly plummeted to my death. 100 rings though. Hello. Give me that life. Oh! And we might even get another emerald. Has anyone done a live band arrangement of the Sonic tunes? Yeah. Crush 40. They are, if you look them up, they are the... Oh, sorry, the original ones. No. There's been a couple of times that, like, part of, like, video game related concerts where they have done this with an orchestra. The butt rock stuff has definitely had concerts. Ugh, come on. Some people love the butt rock stuff, and there is nothing wrong with that. But Sega In-House Butt Rock Band has to be a brand new sentence. Must be a good, like, thing to put in your CV as well. So we understand you're part of the Sega Butt Rock Band? You might be too overqualified to play at this beer, at this corporate event. Okay, can we get through? Hey, 4 Chaos Emeralds. Man, we're doing good. Just trying to get my slide back on. I think there's only 6 Chaos Emeralds in this. I doubt I'm going to get the other 2, but like I say, someone that's never finished this on a Sega Mega Drive before. Ow. Oh no. They're kamikaze little things. Okay, boing. Okay, I'm not gonna take the bottom path anymore. But I will go for you. Does it go higher if I take a second jump? It does. Okay. Kind of wasted that, but let's get some speed going. Hell yeah, dog. Like I say, it's very rare that you actually get to genuinely get some speed in this game. That's why this zone is so great. Whoa! First time encountering that. See if we can jump on top of it. And the next time you're playing bass, just think to yourself, you could be part of the Sega in-house butt rock band. Crush 40, man. Like I say, people look upon them very fondly. And there's so many things down there. They must own them all. Okay, I'm gonna just really just take the L here. Okay, I always found this boss to be quite fun, so he's gonna... He's gonna drop these things down, and we're gonna launch them straight back at him. We have to time it right, so there we go, there's one. They do just blow up on their own. They also seem to launch me. Huh, didn't know that. Okay, get him on the way back. Here we go. Take that. Take that. Take that. And that. Oh wait, can I then hit him if it launches me up into the air? Didn't know that. I thought we just had to continually launch the spiky balls at him. Anyway. Another level down. Actually, I haven't checked to see if my rotator's working good. There it is. This is another banging tune. So, if you go to the right through that little thing, I always found it impossible to get through. I always preferred to very much jump up this bit here. I'm getting my timings wrong though. I used to like to take the top road. Road lesser travelled with all these spinning and disappearing blocks. Okay. And down we go. This was always kind of a mess. I always absolutely panicked here. I feel like because it definitely felt like you were getting closer to the end, so I started to rush a lot as a kid. There's also a lot going on in this stage, so you infamously get a lot of slowdown. Okay, that absolutely killed all of my rings. I'll take those rings, though. Used to think those were cute, the little piggy things. I've not had a checkpoint in a while. That worries me slightly. I think this is why I was right in thinking that I was never gonna get the last emeralds, because of stuff like this. Being able to maintain 50 rings to the end of Scrap Brain Zone is a truly monumental undertaking. Oh! Still, we passed it. I think this only has 2 acts, though. I could be wrong. I think it has 2 acts, and then I get... So we're now inside Scrap Brain Zone. This is like basically like Robotnik's layer, base. These are fun. You can kind of build up a lot of speed on them. I don't trust myself, so I'm not going to. Gonna be very patient here. Except with the buzzsaws. It takes you a while. It's a bit fucky there because you think it's gonna fight you the entire way, but you eventually build up some momentum. Okay, now that's down. We just damage boost it, so... These things are awful. So, I'm pretty sure at the end of this it's going to send me back to Labyrinth Zone for, like, a smaller semi-final act, and then we will end up doing the... Oh, shit. No, no shit. Okay. Getting my timing messed up. Gotta jump as it spins. And we're back in. Okay. Shit. Sonic uses the bank delivery tubes. Yeah, dude, they blew my mind as a kid. Again, before I had this, we had an Acorn computer. Before we had the Sega Mega Drive. I don't think you could even run, like... We had games on the Acorn, but most of them were educational. Hey, I can't jump in the right direction. It was pretty cool, wasn't it? It wasn't just me just being a dumb kid that was impressed by anything. Like... I think... this isn't even a case of even for the time, like... Let's not forget how many, like, you know, some people think that Sonic lost its way, but... Game design-wise, like... It influenced so much stuff. Okay, we won't go that way. Choose imaginative and whimsical. It was just fun. They kind of give you like a little break from everything else in this zone that's kind of trying to murder you at the time. It just gives you like a little cool thing and it makes a cool noise. Sometimes stuff's just cool, man. I was talking to someone about this in... Talking about movies and games, and I was just saying, like, sometimes stuff is just cool. Doesn't have to have a deeper meaning. Sometimes it can just be cool as shit. I'm gonna damage boost that. Oh, use the slowdown to my advantage. The good old Genesis slowdown. They really did fix it in later Sonics. I think it still happens a bit in Sonic 2 during Aquatic Ruin Zone. I'm gonna go down here, because there was rings down here. Rule of cool remains supreme. Yeah, and that was basically Sonic's whole thing. Like, why is he a blue hedgehog? Because he's fucking cool, man. I feel like they kind of retconned in the backstory where it was like, yeah, he hit the speed of sound, and that's why he was blue. Okay, we're gonna try and be careful here. Okay, that's going the wrong way. Down we go. I nearly got hit by that thing. Took a big run up. Ugh, okay. Okay, how about we roll? Whoa, that could just crush me. That's fun. There is so much stuff on this screen trying to kill me right now. It is fucking wild. Okay. Ow. Alright, damage boost. Here we go. Ow. How did that get me? Okay, there's swinging... spiky balls. And pigs that are kicking out horrible balls at me. I said this at the start of the stream, not sure if you're here for it, but... Yeah, so the first thing I ever really streamed on my Twitch channel was Sonic the Hedgehog. Didn't even have a camera because at the start of the pandemic you couldn't even get a camera. I ended up having to use a PlayStation 3 Move camera, like the iToy thing. But their little Nintendo Wii wiggle ones were, like, needed to operate. Back when Sony and Microsoft were trying to get on that Wii kind of motion control thing when, well, probably too late because I think at that point we were all sick of it. Okay, we're through. Yay! Yeah, so I played this with, like, just the microphone. Picked up a few viewers, all of whom were big Sonic the Hedgehog fans who... Robotnik! That shit, he sent me to Scrap Brain Zone 3, which is actually kind of Labyrinth Zone. It's like the Labyrinth Zone aesthetic, but it's got the Scrap Brain Zone music, so clearly this whole zone was underneath the labyrinth. Just trying to avoid the flame. But they changed the colour palette slightly so that it's kind of like different, but it is just Labyrinth Zone again. But like, they really fucked with the palette. It's almost like you were fucking about with like the SCART cable while you were playing Labyrinth Zone. Luckily, I don't think this is very long. Those pigs look like something from Friday Nights at Freddy's. Kind of do. I kind of been watching a few videos of people playing I'm on Observation Duty, which is similar to Five Nights at Freddy's. It has made me want to go back. I got on Blu-ray the other day and put on my Plex server Willy's Wonderland, which is essentially Five Nights at Freddy's. It was a better Five Nights at Freddy's film than the Five Nights at Freddy film. As Nicolas Cage takes on hordes of... Shit, I need to find some... oxygen. There we go. Ow. It's okay. We've got... So long as I can get to the next zone... without using either of my continues. Oh, I nearly got hit there. Cool. And we're just gonna take oxygen wherever we can get it. It's gonna come back round. And jump, and jump, and jump, and jump. Shit. It's okay. 2 continues. Who's gonna be like, no, not gonna use them. It would be good if I could do that section while keeping a ring, so I can kind of like damage boost my way through half of it. That's right, nice and composed. That's where I lost my rings last time. I think I'm going to try going this way instead of down. See if this is any better. Or exactly the same. Get as many rings as we can. See if we can hit the ground. Again, get some oxygen, waiting. Again, this is the problem with Sonic 1. Not the fast game they made it out to be. Okay, I'm Wasted way too much time on that, so I'm gonna wait and get another oxygen bubble. Luckily, when the soundtrack is this good, you don't mind waiting, do you? Okay, this is where we died last time. Again, nice and safely. Oxygen, wait, and go. I think I just need to say YOLO and just run and jump over this silly thing. Oh, it didn't hurt me. Okay, that's nice, that's good. We're happy with that. Right, stop for some oxygen, so it's about to start getting angry at me. There it is. And in we go. Take some oxygen. No! It just... What the fuck was that? So it essentially just says, nah fam. This is next to impossible. I'm gonna get oxygen here. So it spits you out the thing and sends you onto a platform that immediately... Okay, I have noticed something, that if you let it fire its first two things, and then go off the screen, the other two spikes seem to despawn. So like now it's going to send off two, and then I'm going to come back to it, and it's going to be spikeless. Okay, I'm going to get another couple of rings here, just for safety's sake. What slows you down? Yeah, having a water stage making up like a 50 game when you're supposed to be going fast. Okay, so I've got to immediately just go right, let that go up. But again, how would you know that? Like, you're immediately going to go to the left thinking, okay, I've not had oxygen in a while. There's a couple of things in this game where it punishes you for not knowing. But of course, the only way to know is to play it. Cool, I've got no rings, and that platform's back. Come on. Oh, God, that was close. Shoot. Oh, we just made it. Fucking hell. Just give me the ring. Just keep that ring. Oh my God, that ring is gonna save me. Okay, another checkpoint. Oh, this is just... I'm really squeaky bum time right now. There's got to be oxygen up here. Give me the bubble, give me the bubble, give me the bubble. Oh boy, that is horrible. I feel like that's how my life ends. That song just plays and I'm like, oh god, here it comes, here's the end. Okay, we finally made it to the final level. Final zone. He's going to send down these sparks. We just have to anticipate. There's a slightly bigger gap, depending on where you are. And sometimes he can just crush you. So you have to just really play it cool. There might be a pattern to which ones he comes out of, but... Okay. Does it have something to do with... Should have seen it coming. It's alright, we got 3 more lives. I just need to really play it cool. Just... Cool is the name of the game. I think we just always go over here. Seems to be the safe bet. He's trying to crush me, but he's not coming near me. I haven't had a single hit yet. Okay. No. He really puts himself on the other side of me. There we go. I have to put myself in harm's way. I think that's the only way I'm going to do it. Who are all these people? I don't know. Just like ancient memes. Couldn't get him because I was in the cubby. Damn it. Okay, I think that's 4 hits on him. That was close. Is he even doing anything? I mean, he's trying to crush me. I'm playing it very conservatively right now. I think I need to get like 2 more hits on him. I think it might be random which one he comes out of. Yeah, there is hit noise occasionally. It just depends on which one I'm able to hit. I've got like, I think one more hit and we're good. But I think I need to go a bit aggressively. They don't give you any rings this level. Yeah, he was underneath me. Okay, maybe one more hit. That's 6 hits. Maybe it's 7. Shit. I really got too impatient there. Okay, I'm getting better luck this time with where he is. Wow, I'm getting super lucky with where he is. What's the catch? Okay, is it taking pity on me? I mean, I'll accept pity. Thank you, Orange Jesus. He is my guy. How many hits do you need to take, my dude? Hey, look at that. I finally completed Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Mega Drive. I mean, he's going to tell me good luck next time because I didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds. But I got 4. Pretty good. Considering that the bonus stages are bullshit. Yay! God, and did it in an hour and 50 minutes. Funnily enough, at one point, I think on the PlayStation 3 version, I got really good at, like, speedrunning it, but I think I had save states for that. Not there's anything wrong with playing with save states, but personally, I just want to see if I could do it without the save states. Weirdly enough, on this screen, they play the Marble Zone music while looking at Labyrinth Zone. Always confused me. Didn't quite know what they were doing. Yeah, once we load this up, we can load up a bit of Sonic 2. I definitely won't finish Sonic 2 today. In fact, I might have to come back and play Sonic 2 entirely differently. And we can see the mad amount of changes that they made. Because they really... I mean, I think it went... Let me just double check this. I could be completely wrong, but I believe. Sonic release timeline. So, if I am right in thinking this, that while they were developing Sonic 2, they started developing Sonic CD at the same time, so they were kind of in... they were in development at the same time. Sonic CD was... I believe that was Sega of America. Whereas Sonic CD was... No, Sonic CD was Sega America. Sonic 2, try again. Fuck you, it's 2 emeralds, they don't do anything. One of these days I might do it with all of them. Yeah, Sonic 2 was Sega of Japan, Sonic CD was Sega of America. They kind of split into 2, and then... It's weird, it's such a weird, ruptured partnership between Sega of Japan and Sega of America. They fucking hated each other. It's amazing that they got as many good games out of each other as possible. You need the final win screen. There is no final win screen. It just doesn't tell you try again. One of these days I might finally do it. Like anything, especially in this era, in like the 8-bit and 60-bit era, a lot of it is just repetition. You get better the more you play at it. The fact that I just did that in one go after not playing it, the last time I played it was 5 years ago, you know. I could barely make it to like level 3 as a kid. What a ripoff. Yeah. It was the first game. It's almost like a beta for everything that came afterwards. Right, I'm gonna quickly reset the Sega Mega Drive so we can get back into the EverDrive menu, and then we can pick Sonic 2.